I think there's some really interesting opportunities in content now, since the distribution channel has changed, and fundamentally new pieces of content can go on YouTube, MySpace, Facebook very quickly, very efficiently, and so our investment model might have to also change, and we're playing around with different models for how that'll work, but we expect that we're looking to evolve into something that may be a little bit like a producing company and a little bit like a venture capital model. And somehow we're going to pull those two things together. And I think we might end up with a new model for venture investing that none of us has quite envisioned before.
Now, the only way to test a new model would be with a new fund. So it sounds like you guys might be doing something, getting ready to do something with digital media. Is that, we've heard a little buzz about that.
Well, that's not the only way. We actually have plenty of funds to invest,
okay.
and of course, we can't comment on any funds that we may or may not be raising in the future. But we certainly have funds to invest at DFJ. We will continue to look at opportunities in media, in distribution, in the internet, and software, all throughout that area, and we think there's some fundamental changes happening there. It's like a giant typhoon in media. The typhoon is a weather pattern that just wreaks havoc on what is there and spreads it to the winds and then rains down on it so that new life forms can grow. And I think that's what's going on in the media world.
Tim, last question. We heard a lot last night about this disconnect, how there's 3 times as much eyeballs. The advertising online hasn't caught up to it yet. That people spend 21% of their time online, but online advertising is only 7% of the pie. What has to happen in your mind to get more of those ad dollars moving online?
I think the ad dollars are moving online just by the nature of supply and demand. There's a lot of supply of extra content that's all being used in the media world, and the demand to put advertising up there is growing, and people are naturally moving their advertising budgets from the traditional sources, the media monopolies, to the new sources that are a whole variety of things that include media forms of all sorts.
Okay, Tim, thanks a lot.